Okay, so let's try to do some demand and supply. Okay, so the only thing that you have to know about demand and supply that is very crucial is that the supply function is highly affected by tax and subsidies, and I'll show you how you can really easily know or how to apply tax and subsidies without any problems. Okay, now before I solve a certain question, I want to show you how this supply function is highly affected by tax and subsidies. Let's say for example, we have a supply function. Let's say a supply function is given by, it's 100 plus 3q. Remember that a plus in a supply function shows us that there's a positive relationship between price and quantity. Okay, so that is the reason why there's a positive rather in this function. So let's say we have a tax of 5. They say, okay, the government places a tax of 5 kwacha on the goods that we are producing. Now, one thing that you have to know is that the reason why the government imposes taxes is because they want to lessen the consumption of that good. So mostly they'll place some taxes on cigarettes, for instance. So now we have this function, and they've said the tax of 5 kwacha. So let's say, so now if you look at this function, what is the reason why the 5 kwacha has been implemented is because they want to increase the price of this good, right? So what we do is that we have this function again, and what you're just supposed to do, just add the 5 there. It means that this price has increased with the 5 kwacha per good that will be producing. So just add the 5 kwacha here. So when you have the prices side as a subject of formula under the supply function, just add the 5 there so that you can have 105 plus 3q. Now this becomes our function. So this is how you deal with taxes and the supply function. Now perhaps they say this 5 kwacha is a subsidy, so this subsidy wants to reduce this price, okay, so that people can consume this good more. So what you just have to just remove the 5, and our final will have 95 plus 3q. Okay, where q is the quantity and p is the price. Okay, so now let's do some practical examples. In fact, just one example that we shall do and plot on the graph. So the question says we have this function. Let's say our supply function is 3 over 100 q plus 50, and we have another one, negative 7 over 100 q plus 50. Now everything that you do under the business sector, you must be able to interpret. Remember that we've said under the supply function, this positive means that there is a positive relationship between the quantity of goods that our suppliers are supplying us with the price. Okay, then if you look at this demand function, this demand function has a negative here. This negative shows us that the price and the quantity has a negative relationship. So when price increases, our quantity demanded for that good reduces, because automatically if a gin costed you about 100 kwacha before, and now it's costing you 150,000, 150 kwacha now, it means that the chance of you not buying it is very high than before, right? So that's what really happens. So now we have these two okay.